Have you ever noticed that some men don't try very hard? They don't chase. They don't impress. They don't perform, and yet women feel drawn to them anyway. What if I told you that attraction is not created by what you do, but by what you quietly communicate emotionally? Today, I'm going to share something very different from dating tricks, lines, or manipulation. This video is about 5 simple words, not 5 pickup lines, not 5 compliments, not 5 clever phrases, 5 emotional signals that reach the subconscious part of a woman's mind. And when those signals are felt, desire forms before logic even gets involved. So stay with me, because the last word is the one almost every man gets completely wrong. Intro: why words don't work the way you think. Most men believe attraction is created through language. They think, if I say the right thing, if I sound confident enough, if I appear interesting enough. But that is not how human attraction works. Words don't create attraction. Emotional safety and emotional leadership do. The words I'm about to share today only work when your emotional state is aligned with them. If you say these words from need, from anxiety, from trying to be liked, they become empty. But if you say them from calm, from emotional independence, from inner stability, they quietly reshape how she experiences you. This is not about seduction. This is about emotional psychology. Word 1, I understand you. Let's start with the first one. Not shouted, not exaggerated, not dramatic. Simply, I understand you. Here is what most men misunderstand. Women are not craving constant agreement. They are craving something much deeper. To feel emotionally seen without being emotionally handled. When you say I understand you correctly, you are not fixing her. You are not correcting her. You are not debating her feelings. You are allowing her emotional reality to exist without resistance. And psychologically, this creates something powerful. Her nervous system relaxes around you. That relaxation becomes attraction. Because safety is the foundation of desire, most men react emotionally when a woman expresses frustration, confusion, or emotional complexity. They try to solve. They try to explain. They try to minimize. They try to justify. But when you calmly say, I understand you, you are silently communicating. I can emotionally hold space without collapsing inside it. That is emotional leadership. And emotional leadership is deeply attractive. Here is the important part. Do not rush to say it. Let silence do the work first. Let her finish her emotional expression. Then, slowly and with relaxed tone, I understand you. No performance. No rescuing. Just emotional presence. This makes her feel safe to feel. And when a woman feels emotionally safe, she starts to feel emotionally curious about you. Curiosity becomes connection. Connection becomes desire. Word 2. Take your time. This is one of the most powerful emotional signals you can send. Take your time. Think about what this communicates. It tells her, I am not emotionally rushing you. I am not afraid of your pace. I am not depending on your response to feel okay. Most men unknowingly apply pressure. They apply it through quick replies, emotional overinvestment, anxiety when she becomes quiet, discomfort when she slows down. Pressure kills desire, even subtle pressure. But when you calmly say take your time, you are signaling emotional independence. You are telling her nervous system, there is no urgency here. You are safe to move naturally. This is very important. Attraction does not grow under urgency. It grows under emotional spaciousness. When a woman feels free instead of chased, her emotional mind becomes open instead of guarded. And once the guard drops, desire has space to rise. Most men believe that if they slow down, interest will disappear. But the opposite is true. Interest deepens when there is no emotional grabbing. Take your time is not passive. It is confident. It is calm. It is non-attached. And that lack of attachment is what gives your presence emotional weight. Word 3. I'm not worried. Now listen carefully. This one is subtle, but extremely powerful. I'm not worried. This does not mean you are careless. It means you are emotionally stable. When she is uncertain, when plans change, when response is slow, when something feels unclear, your emotional reaction tells her everything. If you show nervousness, she feels emotional pressure. If you show frustration, she feels emotional danger. If you show insecurity, she feels emotional instability. But when you say it calmly and with relaxed tone, "I'm not worried," you are communicating inner safety. You are showing that uncertainty does not disturb your emotional balance. This creates attraction because emotional stability is rare. Very rare. Most men leak emotional dependency without realizing it. They say they're relaxed, but their behavior says, "I need this to go well." And the nervous system of a woman picks that up immediately. When you say, "I'm not worried," you are not trying to convince her. You are confirming something inside yourself, and she feels it. That emotional steadiness becomes magnetic. Not exciting, not dramatic. Magnetic. When you say, "I'm not worried," you're not trying to calm her down. You're not trying to look confident. You're not performing strength. You're simply stating a reality you already believe. And that changes everything, because most men say confident words hoping to feel confident after. But emotional steadiness works the opposite way. First comes inner certainty. Then come the words, and people can feel the difference immediately. When a man says, "I'm not worried," with tension in his voice, it sounds like denial. When he says it with hidden anxiety, it sounds like pretending. But when he says it from real emotional control, something shifts in the atmosphere. His breathing stays normal. His face stays relaxed. His reactions stay measured. And without understanding why, she starts to relax too. Because emotional states are contagious. Nervous energy spreads. Fear spreads. Doubt spreads. But calm spreads even faster. And when your calm is real, it tells her something powerful without words. Things are under control, not because the situation is perfect, but because you are. That kind of steadiness feels rare in a world where most people are emotionally reactive. Most men panic quickly, overthink quickly, seek reassurance quickly, but the man who stays grounded feels different. Not louder, not flashier, not more dramatic, just solid. And solidity creates trust. Because deep down, people don't trust the man who talks the biggest. They trust the man whose emotions don't swing with every situation. The man who doesn't collapse when plans change. The man who doesn't chase reassurance. The man who doesn't need constant validation to stay centered. And that's where magnetism begins. Not in excitement, not in intensity, not in drama, but in predictable emotional strength. She doesn't feel pulled toward you because you're entertaining. She feels pulled toward you because you feel safe to stand next to. Your calm becomes an anchor. Your steadiness becomes a signal. Your presence becomes something people want to stay around longer. Because emotional steadiness creates a quiet form of authority. You don't demand attention, you hold attention. You don't chase respect, you naturally receive it. And over time, people begin to associate you with stability, with clarity, with direction. That is why emotional steadiness becomes magnetic. Not exciting, not dramatic. Magnetic. Because true strength doesn't shout. It settles the room without saying a word. Word 4, I trust you. Now this one must be handled carefully. Because most men use trust as emotional leverage. They say it hoping to receive reassurance. That destroys its power. But when you say, I trust you, from emotional neutrality, it becomes very different. You are saying, I do not need to control outcomes to feel secure. Control and desire cannot coexist. The more a man tries to emotionally manage a situation, the less attractive his presence becomes. Trust signals emotional maturity. It says, I can tolerate uncertainty. I am not trying to cage your freedom. I am grounded inside myself. This activates something deep in female psychology. It creates emotional respect. And respect is the silent partner of desire. Here is what makes this word powerful. It removes hidden tension from the interaction. It removes emotional microjudgment. It removes unspoken fear of being misunderstood. And suddenly, she feels safe to show more of herself. Desire grows in spaces where authenticity is allowed. Word 5. I'm okay either way. This is the word most men cannot say honestly. And that is why it is the most powerful one. I'm okay either way. This is not indifference. This is emotional self-sufficiency. You are saying, I enjoy you, but I do not need you to validate my emotional stability. That one sentence separates emotionally attractive men from emotionally needy men. Need creates emotional weight. Weight creates pressure. Pressure kills attraction. But emotional self-sufficiency creates something very different. It creates emotional gravity. People lean toward emotional gravity, not emotional need. When you say, I'm okay either way, You are communicating. I choose, I don't chase. And that subtle shift completely changes how a woman experiences you. She does not feel responsible for your emotional state. She does not feel guilt-driven communication. She does not feel pressure to perform emotionally for you. She simply feels space, and within that space, attraction has room to grow naturally. Why these 5 words work together? Now here is something important. These 5 words are not magic. They only work when they come from your emotional state. Let me summarize them for you clearly. I understand you. Take your time. I'm not worried. I trust you. I'm okay either way. Notice the pattern. Not one of them asks for anything. Not one of them pressures. Not one of them demands reassurance. Not one of them tries to impress. They all communicate one core emotional message. I am emotionally grounded inside myself. And that is the real source of attraction. The real secret most men never learn. Most dating advice focuses on what to say. But women are responding to what your nervous system is communicating. Your tone, your pace, your silence, your emotional reactions, your stability during uncertainty, your comfort with distance, your comfort with unpredictability, your comfort with not being chosen. That comfort is powerful because it shows that your identity is not being negotiated in every interaction. And when a woman feels that, she experiences you as emotionally rare, not emotionally impressive. Emotionally rare. Why chasing destroys the effect of these words. Here is a difficult truth. You cannot say these words while emotionally chasing. You cannot say, take your time, while checking your phone every minute. You cannot say, I trust you, while emotionally monitoring her behavior. You cannot say, I'm okay either way, while secretly hoping she chooses you so you can feel whole. Your internal alignment must match your language. This is not about manipulation. It is about emotional integrity. And emotional integrity is deeply attractive. What to practice instead of lines. Stop rehearsing phrases. Start practicing emotional regulation. Start practicing slowing your internal urgency, becoming comfortable with silence, allowing uncertainty without emotional collapse, letting attraction unfold without control. When you do this, these words become natural. They stop sounding scripted. They stop sounding strategic. They simply reflect who you are becoming. The quiet shift that changes everything. Here is the real shift. You stop trying to be chosen. You start becoming emotionally complete before selection. That removes the emotional hunger. That removes the need to impress. That removes the fear of loss before connection even exists. And when that fear disappears, your presence becomes light, not heavy. Light presence attracts. Heavy presence repels. Final message. If you remember only one thing from this video, if you remember only one thing from this entire video, remember this. Women are not attracted to emotional performance. They are attracted to emotional stability. They are not drawn to men who constantly try to say the perfect words. They are drawn to men whose presence feels steady and predictable. They are not looking for a man who performs confidence. They are looking for a man who lives in quiet certainty, because emotional performance feels impressive for a moment, but emotional stability feels safe for a lifetime. Women are not attracted to emotional noise. They are attracted to emotional safety. Safety doesn't mean being soft. Safety doesn't mean agreeing with everything. Safety doesn't mean losing your edge. Safety means she feels that your emotions are under your command. It means your mood does not collapse because of uncertainty. It means silence does not make you insecure. It means distance does not make you panic. It means tension does not make you reactive. And this is where most men fail, because most men believe attraction comes from saying the right lines. But real attraction grows when a woman feels that your emotional world is stable, even when life isn't. Women are attracted to emotional leadership, not control, not dominance, not manipulation. Leadership. Leadership means when situations become unclear, you don't spiral. When feelings become mixed, you don't pressure. When timing becomes imperfect, you don't force. When outcomes become uncertain, you don't lose your center. You remain grounded, and grounded men create something rare in today's world. Psychological safety. The kind of safety where a woman can relax instead of analyze. The kind of safety where she doesn't have to test you. The kind of safety where attraction grows naturally instead of being negotiated. Women are attracted to emotional self-sufficiency. A man who enjoys her presence, but does not emotionally depend on it. A man who values connection, but does not need constant reassurance. A man who cares deeply, but is not controlled by his feelings. Because emotional independence signals strength at the deepest level. It shows that your happiness is internally generated, not externally borrowed. And nothing communicates quiet power more than a man who is emotionally complete on his own. Women are attracted to calm nervous systems. Not men who panic. Not men who chase. Not men who overreact. But men who can remain calm, even when things feel uncertain. Because calmness communicates something powerful without words. I can handle reality. And when a man can handle reality, he becomes someone others instinctively trust. He becomes someone others instinctively respect. He becomes someone others instinctively follow. And this is why these 5 simple words only work when they come from that place. Not from strategy. Not from techniques you memorized. Not from tricks you learned online. But from emotional maturity. Because the same words spoken by an anxious man feel needy, and the same words spoken by a grounded man feel powerful. The difference is not the words. The difference is who you are when you say them. Real attraction begins the moment you stop trying to control how someone feels and start mastering how you feel. Because when a man becomes emotionally grounded, his presence slows the room down. His voice carries weight. His silence feels confident instead of uncomfortable. His attention feels valuable instead of desperate. And slowly, something changes. You stop chasing connection. Connection starts moving toward you. You stop forcing attraction. Attraction starts forming naturally. You stop worrying about outcomes because you finally trust yourself to handle whatever happens. And that is emotional power. And that is emotional leadership. And that is the foundation of real attraction. If this changed the way you see attraction, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and stay with me for real. Psychological insights that actually improve your emotional life. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.